Okay, so that's, you can have a look at that and you can see that it's got the little speckles through it. I don't mind, I'm going to leave those in there. I'm not going to mix them through any further, and I'm just carefully going to pour it out again. Now, if you wanted to make this on the stove top, that's fine. You can use any old pot that you want to. Just be aware that if you're adding fragrant or essential oils quite heavily, your pot may take on those fragrances, and so you might find that your dinner tastes like rose geranium. So it's probably a good idea to have a specialised pot for that. I was up in the shed this morning and I found this old pot in the shed, and I've brought it down thinking I'll give that a good scrub and I can use that one. It's an aluminium pot, which we don't cook with food anymore, and I found it up there, so I thought that'll be a great one just to melt down the soaps in if I don't want to use the microwave. Now we have a few little bubbles in here, so again I'm just going to spritz that, and all those bubbles will disappear, and you've got this pink clay. Now what's going to happen here is your pink clay is rising up to the surface. So on the back of the soap, you can see quite a bit of that. On the front of the soap, once we unmould it, you won't see quite as much. You'll just have a nice little speckle through it, but I think it looks really pretty anyway. Okay, let's have a look at our pina colada soap. Nearly all melted through. Wow, this is my favourite smell. Okay, so still a few big lumps in there. However, enough just to mix that through, so we'll pour those out. Really lovely creamy soap as well in the pina colada, really indulgent. Okay, and again a few little bubbles, and that's probably going to be all I'm going to make for a little while. Obviously I've used up all the moulds that I've got here, so I won't worry too much that this has got the lumps in it, because by the time I'm ready to make up the next batch, that'll all set anyway. So I'm just going to leave that here on the bench. It'll set. I'll wait until these are set, unmould them, and then I'll reuse these particular moulds again. So again, just to get rid of the air bubbles, just a tiny spritz, and that's all done. Now we can leave these to set, and then we're good to unmould them in our next stage.